That's what I'm talking about. Ah, Blackberry Bubbly. Oh, just like your boy Buble. I think he was sponsoring this for a while. That's why it's got the bow tie on it. But he's pretty classy. He's got a good voice. You know? I mean, what else am I going to say about that? He's a classy guy. So today, we are back with M Talks Part 2. And I'll get into what this one is about a little later. It's going to be a little more free form than usual. I didn't really script this one nearly as much as the last one. If I didn't really at all, to be honest. But I was kind of going off my head this time. So yeah, I want to talk about what's going on in the world right now. What is up around this planet? I'm sure you guys have heard. There's a big bad virus going around. It's not too fresh. It's hurting people. Not good stuff. I think people in my age bracket, I'm 18, I guess data has suggested that, you know, my age group isn't really super at risk for this. It's more elderly and those with, you know, previous issues like diseases or deficiencies in certain areas. But I'm actually among the highest, I think, to get it in my age range because I do work at Walmart. Shout out to all my boys, my lads and lasses that work in Walmart. We are now absolute lads out there just doing what we gotta do to save the public. We are the new superheroes, so step aside. Captain Marvel, no one wants to hear from you. My time to speak. Speak I shall. So I am sort of more at risk because of that. But I'm cool with that because we are taking many precautions in the way of that to try to deter any... As I dome that guy in the ladder. Absolutely. He's not having it right there. Bad boy viruses from infecting anybody that comes to our stores or the people that work in our stores. But I'm really not sure how much I'm allowed to mention here, so I'll just tell you that it's safe. Walmart is a very safe place to shop right now. I just encourage you not to come in absolute droves of people because less people equals more safety. That's how I see it. So let's move on to something a little different, all right? So what does this mean for the future and my future in particular? Because I'm very self-centered and I want you to listen to what I have to say. So as some of you might know, I want to go into the entertainment field. And what I really want to do is acting. I want to be an actor. I want to become someone, you know, I was thinking of being a private investigator, but I think I'd rather play one on TV. Pull a good old Tom Selleck, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, wow. Just claymores are just disgusting. By the way, I watched a video on Navy SEALs reviewing Modern Warfare, like talking about some of the gameplay, and they said that claymores do not work the way they do in this game. In real life, you could not stand right behind a claymore and it not affect you if it's pointed the other way. They said, like, if you put a claymore in a house, that whatever floor it's on, just do not be on that floor. So the fact in this game that you can stand right behind it and it just blows up in front of you and you take no damage is really false. So I want to go into acting. And I'm really kind of concerned how this is going to affect everything because, you know, movies, films, and all that, they're not going along right now. They've stopped in their tracks. Production has halted. The actors are at home. Writers are at home. They're doing whatever. They're trying to get as much stuff as they can done the time being. Like I know SNL had some stuff going on where like Tom Hanks at home. I think he hosted it or something. I'm not exactly sure how that worked out, but I'm going to check that out later. That sounds pretty interesting because Tom Hanks is an absolute legend. But I don't know how this is going to affect the future of filmmaking. Because if I can't be in 6 feet 2 meters of someone, how are things gonna be filmed? That's gonna be huge. And I don't think like restrictions to that extent will be lifted in the future, but ooh, another victim. I think that the world is not going to be the same after this, even a while down the road. I think and I hope that standards for cleanliness and whatnot do exceed what they previously did before this outbreak. But I'm just worried, how is that going to affect entertainment and everything else in the world? Is public transit what's gonna happen with public transit? Is it not gonna be as effective as it is right now? Who knows? I've been worrying about my future lately, and that really kind of puts a wrench in things, because right now, mostly what I'm doing is just working a lot and doing schoolwork, and then trying to do a little YouTube where I can. And I'm kind of using YouTube to maybe try to get a foothold for what I want to do, because right now I'm trying to find any way I can to try to get a standing in the career path I want to take, and I just don't really know how I'm doing that. I'm trying to increase my online presence, but I don't have a whole lot of time to work on it, so I'm kind of struggling with that. But I really hope you guys are here along for the long haul. This is my brother's account on his PC, which I am using a controller because I prefer that, so put your mean comments down below if you feel like doing that. With some better news, I have heard that the next Call of Duty is going to be, I think I saw it was going to be Vietnam themed, so it's got Sledgehammer Games, Raven Software, and Treyarch working on it. So I think if they do have enough time to work on it, let's say if it gets delayed a little bit, that'd be great, because I think they can pull together an absolutely awesome game. Honestly, I do prefer Sledgehammer over Treyarch, but I did really enjoy Black Ops 4. I don't know why I did, but I found it fun. Oh, I need a drink. That's a reminder. Okay. So with that future news, that kind of encompasses everything a little bit, because it comes back to the theme of what the future holds. What does the future hold? The uncertainty of the future. That's just another thing that fascinates me, because sure, there are people that have some pretty bang on predictions of the future, but unless you're like omniscient or something, you don't know. You just don't. You can be really close in how something's gonna work, but you don't exactly know. No one was prepared for this, right? We thought, oh, it's just happening in China, that's okay. A lot of diseases become rampant in China, and they usually stay in China. I got nothing against China, but that's just kind of how the world looks at it from my perspective. But then all of a sudden, you know, it starts to spread abroad a little bit, and people are like, oh, I guess this is real. Oh, it's in Europe? Oh god, now it matters. I mean, that's kind of a double standard if you think about it. That's kind of screwed up. But I mean, there were some agencies that did say stuff earlier on before it became really, really bad, that said, oh, we got to do something about this. And then, you know, not a lot of people really cared, but as soon as it's in your backyard, it's your problem. So you care now. And I mean, that's kind of screwed up, but that's just kind of human nature. I never thought I'd be living through a plague, I'll tell you that. I mean, I guess I am a pretty baller writer, just like Shakespeare, but I didn't think I'd go through a plague like he did. Or even like, what's the most recent, not most recent, like one of the Spanish flu in there. I think it was right at the tail end of World War I. It was like just what the world needed. It's like, oh, massive war with rampant disease on the side, please. I don't think anyone was ordering that, but the world served. It served that right up to you, and it's coming back. I don't think it's the same strain of flu or anything, but to me, it's amazing how technologically evolved we are, how much advancement we've had since the Spanish flu. but these organisms can still just take over, no matter. Because I never thought this was possible again. I thought we were done with this kind of stuff. But you know, they're saying, "Oh, you're going back to school in May." That's not happening. Absolutely not. And what would even the point be? Like, seriously, what would the point be there? But anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it here. Y'all are great. Stay wheat. Au reservoir, mon Amos.